Guess what else I like about I'm not a strong fan of Creepypasta Jeff, but the one thing I do like about him is his sarcasm. Because in every version, he's always sarcastic. Okay, sorry for changing the background. Sorry. Yeah. In every version of Jeff, he's always sarcastic. Do you ever notice that? Even if he did become a good guy, I actually still want him to be a sarcastic character. You know, like, not only sarcastic, but also... I still want him to have his rude personality. It's either he has to be sarcastic or rude, because what makes a good Jeff a sarcastic Jeff, in my opinion. To be honest, I actually always like Jeff being sarcastic. I don't know why. Sometimes it seems funny But do you ever notice that? Most scenes Jeff is mostly sarcastic. And yeah, I kind of think that suits him. I always think that. He's always sarcastic. The other way to describe Jeff, his personality is he's a bit... I always find him special in his own right. I always find Jeff special in his own right, in a way. Because, one, Jeff actually kind of does understand how the world works. It's thus his anger issues or schizophrenia kind of affects Jeff. It's either Jeff is schizophrenic or he has anger issues. That's my opinion. Jeff is not a psychopath. If you keep saying Jeff's a psychopath, I disagree. His mental illness is schizophrenia, or he has strong anger issues. Just remember that. The other thing is, I always like him as a sarcastic person, but yeah. Another thing is, the best way to describe Jeff, he's a bit... Besides his other personality being sarcastic, and he's also schizophrenic and has anger issues, what else to describe Jeff's personality trait? I would say he's a bit ruthless. If I was going to describe any version of Jeff, and if I was going to stick to only his main bad thing, he'd probably be just classified as ruthless. Because you can be... To be honest, Jeff is not a psychopath, but he is ruthless. He would go a little too far. We could say that. But we could say it's something to do with his schizophrenia or anger issues. Mainly the schizophrenia, because the anger issues of Jeff, he normally does that to people who try to fight him or who try to arrest him if they're policemen. Or it depends who's fighting him. And also, yeah, the schizophrenic bit is mainly because, one, Jeff has strange mindset of the voice. Not voices in his head, but maybe it's the voices in his head, and they're telling him to straight away kill people straight away, and that. So yeah, Jeff is a strong schizophrenic. I prefer that. If Jeff was going to be a villain, I'd just classify the reason he's a murderer because he's a schizophrenic. I prefer that idea. I don't classify Jeff as a psychopath. Because then he does kill people. I don't think he does it out of anger. He shows emotion. A psychopath doesn't show that much emotion. To be honest. There's a difference between a psychopath and just a person who kills people. I'm just saying that. Because Jeff is not manipulative. Even though Harry Fuji TV, my friend... no offense, Harry Fuji TV. I don't think Jeff, if he had a girlfriend, I don't think he would manipulate them. Because, no offense, I think Joker's more of a psychopath and Jeff is more of this aggressive person who would kill out of anger. Or kill out of schizophrenia. Pretty much. So yeah, Jeff is not that bad. It's just he's yeah, I don't really hate Jeff the Killer. It's just I find him more complicated. He's very complicated how he thinks. If anyone asks Jeff like why do you kill, He said to better myself. I think mainly schizophrenic people, not schizophrenic, the voices in his head are probably telling him to kill people so he could become a better person, in a way. Because, in my opinion, schizophrenia is kind of trying to tell him to become a serial killer, already become a serial killer. Basically, it's the voices in his head are what makes him a serial killer. Basically, his mental illness kind of guides him to the path of that. It's not, and to be honest, if he was a psychopath, why would he grow attached to his sibling, Homicidal Lou? A psychopath wouldn't grow attached to family. A psychopath wouldn't grow attached to anything. And a psychopath will only see people as tools to manipulate. And definitely, Jeff is not a psychopath. If you keep saying that, that's a lie. It's a complete lie. He's just a really schizophrenic with anger issues. Pretty much. And there's not much to explain why would he do this, but I don't think Jeff kills out of revenge though. Maybe he will, but that would be part of his anger issue. If Jeff kills someone out of revenge, that's something to do with his anger issues. I could relate to Jeff's anger issues a little bit, but I can't relate to Jeff's, what's the word? I can't relate to Jeff's, what's his name? I can't relate to Jeff's, what's his name? I'm just trying to think now. I can't relate to Jeff's schizophrenia because I don't even have that. I have anger issues though. So yeah, that's my opinion. Jeff is not... And to be honest, if Jeff was a real psychopath, he would focus on killing Jane the killer and he put... Basically, if Jeff was a psychopath, he would kill any living thing, including people who he cares about. Because if you think about it, Jeff doesn't... He does try to kill Homicidal Lou, but there's more scenes where he doesn't. Or he feels sorry for Homicidal Lou, basically. And yeah, that's how he thinks. And if you think about it, if Jeff feels sorry for someone, that doesn't make him not a psychopath. Look, I'm just spraying. Jeff is definitely not a psychopath. He's just a schizophrenic with anger issues. And yeah, and if you're with him, you can't trust Jeff. You could trust Laughing Jack, because it depends if you're a child though. If you're a child, don't trust Laughing Jack. But if you're a fully grown man, maybe. But you definitely can't trust Jeff completely. Even though he's not a psychopath, just don't trust him at all times. And it's better to avoid him. Or better yet, call the police. It depends if you hate him or not. I don't really find Jeff bad. I just find him a really tormented man. Or teenager. Depends which Jeff you're thinking of if you think about it. But yeah, I always like Jeff as there are always different versions of Jeff being fully grown if you think about it. But enough about that now. And to be honest, I actually like the idea of Jeff being a simple character, but yeah. He's good to understand though. You can understand how he thinks a bit. But if Jeff never wants to kill people, then only because he probably can't help it. If he doesn't want to kill someone, he probably will. If he's schizophrenic, like if he don't want to, he will kill them accidentally with the schizophrenia. Schizophrenia makes him a threat to others, basically. And don't I find weird? Some people, and if Jeff was a psychopath, he wouldn't care if he dies then. He probably would allow Jane to kill him. If if Jeff really doesn't really care about anyone, a psychopath doesn't care about themselves as well. So in a way, if Jeff really is a psychopath, he would allow Jane or Homicidal Lou or anyone who does want to kill him to kill him. Think about that. Psychopaths would allow someone to kill themselves if they don't really care that much. And you know what? Joker is more of a psychopath. And I can prove it. And that's it. And yeah, sorry I'm rubbing the camera. But anyway, Joker is a real psychopath. If you don't believe me, I could prove it more. But besides that, I'm okay with it. Joker is a psychopath, but Jeff is definitely not. Because one, Joker's a manipulative. What else describe Joker? He's manipulative, he doesn't care about himself or others. What else? Society doesn't care about himself and others. Sorry, it's there's other kids near my garden. I have a communal called garden, if you wonder. But anyway, aside Jeff being okay, he's not. But yeah, Joker's definitely a psychopath, but Jeff is not. So end of story. See ya.